Hey everyone, today on the channel, going to be working on my scx6 honcho. We got some aluminum upgrade parts to put on it, got a servo tray, and shock towers. Help stiffen up that chassis and get rid of all that flex when it steers.
So the flex on that top panhard mount. So when you steer, that mount flexes quite a lot and twists where that bolt goes through. So that new vitavon mount should get rid of all that. Also going to be putting in that new servo mount and chassis brace, so you can see the top of the servo moving, especially here between the servo and the fender, how much that stock plastic mount flexes. Just the stock servo on it. Alright guys, time for some upgrades for the scx6 honcho. First thing I'm starting with is the vitavon ESC tray and servo mount for the scx6 honcho. This is the version 1, which as far as I could tell from descriptions will fit the stock motor setup. I guess they have a V2 if you want to put in a larger motor. I guess the V2 gives you more clearance. So doing the V1 ESC servo tray. Well, I have everything apart. I'm going to do the front shock towers, which include the panhard mount, so we'll get rid of that flex. And then to match the rear, also doing the rear shock towers. Here we go guys, just got the inner fenders off the front. Those are just 3 bolts each. Really opens this up. And now we'll work on getting the shock towers loose, unscrew the panhard bar, and get the shocks loose. And that should get most of this apart. Okay guys, now that your truck will look like just a big pile of parts on your bench, we've got the shock towers and the old mount out of the chassis. I had to take the front bumper off and loosen up this next cross member. I just loosened it up. You know, I left the bolts in it, but gave it just enough room so you can flex the frame rails, get the old mount out, and then get the new one put back in. Here we are with it all going back together. Shock towers are on. Tray is in. Everything looks awesome. I also bought the aluminum servo mount to get rid of all the plastic parts. But yeah, this thing is coming out great. I'm going to start putting it all back together. Now with that brace, pretty much no movement. That might actually be the servo itself, if there is any flex. Now looking at the panhard mount, no flex in that. Got that nice vitavon mount in there. Here we are, I got the honcho all back together. Got those nice shiny vitavon parts. Looking good. Got the rear towers on. If you had watched my scx6 foam video, I got the tires all put together. Nice super swamper tires on Trio aluminum beadlocks. Dual stage foams.
Alright guys, hopefully you made it to the end of today's video. Those vitavon parts did make a big difference in the honcho. Even with just the stock steering servo, got rid of all the flex in it. I think the servo itself flexes now, instead of the mount. But trying to get the truck set up so I can put, more powerful steering servo in it. We're just going to run the stock for now because it does work all right. But I am going to eventually upgrade all the links that go to it, trying to decide what axles I'm going to get. But it'll all get upgraded in time. Wanted to get some run footage out on the rocks, but by the time the truck was ready and I had time to run it, we just got a wicked snowstorm. So I'll include a little bit of footage out in the snow, but it's a bit too deep to be running the trucks. So I just want to thank you guys for watching and hope you enjoyed today's video.
All right, we'll try it out in the snow, but I think it's a little bit too deep. Yep, definitely a little deep and slick for the trucks to be out. Uh-oh. I think we're stuck in the snow here. It's first gear. Back in second. That's just bogged right down. It's taller. Snow's deeper than the tires.